things that I think are actually really interesting on the iPad. How many people have got iPads? A few people in the audience. I got mine just by accident, really. I got it as a present a few months ago because I'm not really a Mac fan. You know, you're either one side or the other, aren't you, most of the time? So I've used Windows most of my working life. And then this turned up, and I thought, what am I going to do with this now? Actually, it's been the most revelation, whatever that word is, to me in my teaching career, actually, over the past 25 years. The things I've been able to think about, changing the way children actually work and the way teachers teach. So hopefully I can get a couple of those things in tonight, but this is just skimming the surface tonight, by the way. And I'm not I'm not going over to Mac, I'm not going over to the dark side, whatever. You know, I've got an Android phone, I've got an iPad, and I've got a Windows-based system. And I say to schools, when I work with quite a lot of schools, I say to them, don't just concentrate on one thing. Think about different versions and you can have different devices doing different things in school. Okay, let me just show you. If it goes off, I'll need to sort of twiddle me twaddle or whatever it's called. The thing I've been doing recently, if you saw that picture there, that was a picture of a nursery child using an iPad a couple of weeks ago in one of my schools in Surrey that I work in. A nursery child using Angry Birds. And I talked to the nursery teacher about the impact of using Angry Birds on the iPad. So it's fantastic. The discussions they have in the little group they're working in, brilliant. They're talking about how they're pulling back the bird. And if you've actually used Angry Birds, I don't know if you all have, but it's pulling back and the distances and estimation, different materials they have to use to break different blocks. And the number on that, I'll just bring it up again. You can't see it very well. On the top right-hand corner, I think it's 47,100. And when I was listening to the conversation, he was saying to his little mate across the way, I've got a higher score than you now. Nursery child. 47,100. Now, they might not be able to conceptualise all that, but they know it's a bigger score than their friend got. So lots and lots of different things. That's just one aspect. The other thing I wanted to say is that I've been exploring ways of using these kind of devices for assessment as well. And I've come up with a couple of things now. I work in a nursery school in Croydon as well, and they're using these devices with Evernote. Does everybody know Evernote? Yeah? There it goes, the elephant up there. It's a free thing. You can get it on every platform. You have Windows, iPad, Android, etc. And it's great for sharing because I use it even just if I'm sitting in a coffee shop and somebody puts in a good thing on Twitter, and I then save it for later on. I'll just show you my Evernote connections. Now Evernote, what it does is it actually you can capture information. You can capture websites, you can capture pictures, etc., etc. I was doing an inset with teachers in West Acton on Monday, and I was showing them Evernote and how easy it was to take a picture on my phone, and then when it's taken it syncs it back up to the ether, the cloud that's like, and then back down to whatever device you've put it on. So the nursery are using it. They take photographs of the children, they leave it there, and it syncs, and they can write their observations up later or on the spot. Okay, and then it's transferred to wherever they want to keep it for information purposes. So I was looking at this as sort of a mobile visualizer. How many of working schools have actually got visualizers in them? Yeah. Some of them are about £600 or £700.
No.
Yeah.
For a webcam?
Yeah. For a basic box that just shows a picture. £600 or £700 for the best ones. Now this is what, £400, and it does that and a million other things. It's got video, it's got recording facilities, it's got synchronization, and there's loads of different apps that I haven't got time to even show you tonight. What I wanted to do was actually pick it up take a photograph of something and then sync it up to, and then show it on my laptop. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. The thing that links with that, have you seen Sketch that comes with Evernote? It's made by the same people, free again. Okay, so if I wanted to take a picture, I can click on the app to take a picture. Now that's the picture that I'm getting from my camera on the phone. I'll use that anyway. Okay, and then I can use it. And now, that's not a great picture to use, but you can see the picture there, and down here I can start to annotate it on here. Okay, I can put text on there, I can crop it, I can put arrows, etc. So I can see, you know, the schools I'm working in now, they're all buying iPads, and they're wanting to think, what can we do with them? Which is the wrong way to do it, really. They should think about what they want to do and then buy the resources matched that expectation. But as schools do, they just buy resources and they say, all right, what should we do with it now? But, you know, we're talking about this kind of thing. And then, using the little elephant button at the top, that will sync up to my Evernote. And I can save that, and that should go up into Evernote.
Oh.
It's not done it. But that's what it will do. I'm not doing it tonight. But there's lots of different things you can use that. You can use it for maps as well. So if you want to have a map, you find the area where you want to be, anywhere in the world, obviously. What it lacks at the moment is a search, which I think they should put on there. If I wanted that map, I'd just take a picture of that map, put it into there. I could then do my editing, or say, right, that's Newcastle underlined, there it is, and then I sync it to my Evernote. It's going to say,
Yeah, next move on now.
No, still doesn't know who you are.
no, it's not authorising. So that's how it can be done. I think Evernote and Sketch together, you can actually create some fantastic stuff. As I say, when I'm out and about and somebody does a tweet that's interesting, got an interesting link, just click on Evernote, upload it to your thing, and that's where you get all these things. So many apps there, we could talk about it for 9 more minutes, but just one more. Comic strip, and there's lots of these comic ones around. But I think this is great for assessment, because pupils can use it, teachers can use it for assessment purposes. All you need to do is just, you've got 5 different settings. Let's reset. Take a picture. Again, it's of the nasty old board. But once you've taken the picture, you can add a caption. And just build a storyboard. Now, how great is that? You get 5 pictures, put all that together. And I did that when I was working, I did some work with Siddhartha Mitra. Do you know Siddhartha Mitra? And when he was doing the work with the children, I was taking the photographs and putting the bits together. So you could actually, I had a great storyboard of what was going on. So I was listening to what they were saying, trying to capture it in little bits and pieces, and then we looked at it with the children. I sent it to him afterwards. He never replied to me, but I sent it to him afterwards. About, you know, it's just a great way of capturing. Just think about that for observation, for children doing, you know, peer-to-peer assessment purposes and things like that. So thank you for listening. Sorry I couldn't be more mobile, and thank you. Anyway.